Hi and welcome to the latest Steve's Amateur Garage video. Great to have you along. Today we're going to start outside the garage because we're going to look at how Pepe, our little MGTF from 2002, has survived another winter. Let's go. As you can see, it's looking resplendent. It's just had its first big wash and polish of the year. Got a nice bit of sunshine on it, and from 10 feet it looks, as usual, absolutely magnificent. As usual, after its winter, the surface rust is just starting to break through on the wheel arch, but it's not bad. I'm tempted to leave it till later in the year before having a go at it. And what I have noticed is just starting to develop is like a slight opaque dullness just appearing on both headlights. Happens after 20 odd years, but it's just starting to appear. I could probably rub that down a little bit with a bit of paste and polish it off. And the same's happening on the other headlight, just starting to fade here. And what's definitely starting to deteriorate is the paintwork. Unfortunately, just on one side you can see it's just starting to go like crazy paving all down the top edge there. You see the lines in it, and it carries on right across the top of the door, and there's a little bit just on the front wing there, but it's really got quite a lot worse than last year. And as always with the MG, we keep a close eye on the coolant level, which has been using a little bit as always, and the condition of the oil, which, get that to stay still, looks good. No gunk on the end of that, so I think the head gasket is holding up nicely. The interior has held up really well. Again, really no change from last year. Bolster still looks absolutely fine. Everything's working. Windows work, key fob works, radio works, electric wing mirrors still working, heater works on all 4 settings. It's really starting to amaze me, to be quite honest. Something has actually worn out, and it is the clutch rubber has just split at the top there, and every so often, if you get it in the wrong place, it will try and fall off. So a new one of those, or maybe even 2. So really, overall, Pepe's holding up really well. It's absolutely amazing. And there we are, it's just reached 100,000 miles. Well done, MG. Considering the age of the car and the reputation that they had to start with, I think it's sort of working its way through that, and it's really starting to impress me. If you've watched the previous video on when I replaced the front wheel bearing, that's working well. But quite often when you replace one wheel bearing, all that does is highlight how noisy the rear wheel bearing, or maybe both of them, actually is. So that's a job that we'll be doing in the not too distant future. So let's get down to the garage and have a little update of where we are with the camper van, the Ferrari and the E-Type. Let's go. Here we are back in the garage, and update of where we are on the camper van. As you can see, it's halfway through its winter bodywork restoration, which we tend to do every winter. We put it in the garage, keep it out the way, and start working on all the pieces that have bubbled up here and there on the bodywork. This year we've got quite a lot going on just around the edges of the windows, edges of the seams, just bubbling, and we like to rub that off, grind it away and repaint. So plenty of work to keep me going for the next month or so. But our plan, as usual, is to get away in Apple through the summer and enjoy some motoring. And the Ferrari is safely tucked away. Just another month or so to go until we get it out, probably the beginning of May. We'll do a video on that and hopefully take it to a few local shows, and you can come along with us. And the E-Type, as I'm sure you're aware, is basically doing its impression of a shelf again, nicely covered up, not been touched, not moved. And I'm still slightly undecided as to what to do with it. The video that I put out a few months ago on the dilemma that I have with this car was probably the most highly viewed video that I've done so far. Thanks very much for that. And the consensus of opinion was slightly different than I thought it was going to be, as most of you seem to think that the sensible thing to do would be not a full restoration, but a sort of get it back running and on the road restoration. I'll call it a half restoration, leaving the bodywork effectively as it is with all its scabs and dints. But people seem to think that that gives it character and is probably more interesting than a car that's been totally restored. It's something that I hadn't really considered, but the idea is growing on me. So that might be the way to go. Obviously, if somebody reaches out to me and offers me a lot of money for it, it's probably going to go. But I haven't made my mind up yet. So when I say somebody could offer me a lot of money, I'm thinking £30,000 would be a good price for me to sell it. And whether that's a good price for somebody to buy it, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But that would be the car as it is, all its spare parts, as a package. Let me know if that's unrealistic. So let's hope some better weather comes along soon and we can all get our cars out and enjoy them again. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please like, subscribe, and watch out for many exciting videos coming soon, both on the camper van, the E-Type, the MG and the Ferrari. You all take care. I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.